Episode 3, The Principles of Survival. Accept and surrender. Surrendering is one of the most important aspects of survival because we have to accept that we've got a problem here. In aviation, it's called declaring an emergency. And one of the biggest challenges pilots have is they don't want to say that. They don't want to admit that. But when they do, the process of getting through the emergency starts to take place. So we have to accept and surrender to the situation or situations that we're facing. I'm Paul Estridge, and this is Survive in Advance, a show from the People Forward Network. Let's learn to face life's greatest challenges and move forward together. Through this series, I'd like to share with you principles of surviving, but not just surviving, on how to advance forward, because it's not just getting through something, it's making a better life after the situation. So how do we do that? Here are the principles for survival. Accept and surrender. After facing our challenge, it's vital that we accept what's happened to us and we surrender to it. A lot of people would find this a little bit contrary to what they should do. Never surrender. Charge the hill, those types of things. But let me tell you a story. I was in the ICU unit in the midst of getting a lung transplant because I had an incurable lung disease, and I was going through a lot of anxiety, and I was struggling a lot with the potential of dying. I was trying to handle this on my own. I was trying to be strong. I was trying to be the man that's going to get it done. And I asked the nurse one day, I said, who gets through these and who doesn't get through these? And she goes, well, I can't tell you who gets through them as easily as I can tell you who doesn't get through a lung transplant. And I said, who's that? And she said, people just like you. I said, people like me don't get through it? And she goes, that's right. You're a type A. You think you can handle this on your own, when in fact you can't handle this on your own. You're going to need the help of other people. You're going to need to surrender to the hands and minds and expertise of other people to ultimately get through this. This isn't a solo act. This is something that you're going to have to be resourceful in getting other people to help you get through this. So whether it's financial bankruptcy or a health issue, you've got to surrender to the expertise and the knowledge of others around you, whether it be a bankruptcy attorney or a physician who's a specialist. These are the things and the people that we need to bring into our solution. If we don't surrender, we're very likely to succumb to the pressure and the intensity of the problem that we're facing. And what I mean by that, we won't survive. And it's because we can't do this alone. We can't do this without God's hand on us. We cannot do this without the support of others. We just can't do it. You can't do this alone. We're going to need help. We may need counseling. We may need some additional medication to deal with depression that we're facing. Ultimately, though, we can't do this alone. We have to surrender to survive. Thanks for listening to Survive in Advance, a show from the People Forward Network. I'm Paul Estridge, reminding you to keep moving forward and always be grateful. Let's stay connected. Send me an email at surviveinadvance@estridge.net.